Yo, what's good everybody? It's your boy PK and welcome back to another P5X video here on the channel. And I'm finally back in business, baby. If you guys have been watching the content, then you know I had some computer problems just with the battery. Finally got it fixed 2 days ago and just wanted to give it some time since then just to make sure that it was working properly. Everything was kind of adjusted, making sure that it pretty much got used to the battery. If you're into computers and stuff like that, then you kind of know how that stuff goes when you get a new battery put in place. But now that we're back, we're going to go ahead and tackle the second half of this week's guild boss rotation, being the nuke favored one. So we're going to go ahead and use our girl queen to destroy this dog. And yeah, let's get into it. This one's going to be the one with the purple crest. As you know, when it comes to guild boss rotations or just boss rotations in general in this game, the different crests, could have kind of different outputs when it comes to the rotation you want to do. So this is going to be the one favored for the Devourer of Dreams one. Now, as you can see for the team setup, we have Bino going first, Wonder going second, Cord going third, and then the Girl Queen going last. Then for Navi, I'm choosing to go with Okeon. Probably could do this one with Wind, I'm sure, but figured I'm about to go with her just to get kind of more damage going since I have potential to get more buffs since she is maxed out dupe-wise. And then I was doing some testing, mainly when it comes to the dagger that I wanted to use, either the Ex Machina or the Arc Knife. For this one, obviously with the typical Queen team build, you want to go with the Arc Knife, and that one was working the best for me, even with no dupes compared to the Ex Machina. So we're going to go ahead and do it with the Arc Knife. And then when it comes to the Wonder personas, you could obviously do this different ways depending on how your personas are built. This is what I'm going to be running. So first we got Bishop Mountain. Mainly just want to have the Tsukukaja on him to get the element accuracy buff. Tarukaja also helps too, but we're mainly looking for this one. Then Dionysus here, also for the Tarukaja, as well as Rebellion. If we do want to plan on putting that into rotation, you can really use either or if you just wanted to have one, but I have both on them, so works good for me here. And then good old Norn for the Rakunda, and then the single target Garundine wind skill. And of course the wind barrier is also going to help out for that first turn so we don't get too much damage on our units after that first AoE attack that the boss is going to do. Like I said, persona builds can be different depending on how you want to run it. You could very well use, instead of like Dionysus, either like Big Dog Genostic right here if you had Tarukaja on him, or Rebellion as well. Kimakuten as well if you had him, or Komakuten, sorry. Just other stuff like that. Again, it's pretty much how your account's built. Try to follow this as best as you can, but if not, no worries. Obviously there are swaps in between depending on how you want to go about it. And yeah, now when it comes to unit build, if we can go in here, my builds are not really finalized yet in terms of like getting all my characters level 80 and their weapons level 80, all that stuff. Pretty much all of them are at least at 70, besides Queen being at level 80 and her weapons still at 70. But for the cards, we're going to go ahead and do Departure and Control for Vino. We're going to do Trust and Prosperity to get that extra highlight gauge. For Queen, we're going to go ahead and do Awareness and Truth, just a typical nuke DPS build for her. Definitely want to get more crit rate on her, but it's what it is for now. And for Okeon, I unfortunately don't have a good, I believe, Integrity main card for her, so I don't get the full benefits of the labor and integrity buff, but still have her on the labor buffs just to get the extra juice going to my entire team in terms of the stats that it provides. And yeah, let's get into it. Now I may have to do some cuts during this boss, mainly on the second round of rotations for skill 2, because you obviously want to make sure to hit all of the mobs once they spawn with elemental debuffs so that you can get all the technicals on them when you hit them with the Queen Crash Out skill 1. So if I don't get that this first turn, you'll probably end up seeing it cut there until I eventually get it. But for the first turn, we're going to go ahead with skill 1 on Vino. For Wonder, we're going to go ahead and switch to Norn hit up a wind barrier, like I said, get that nice little bit of shielding for this initial AoE hit. For Cord, we're going to go ahead and block. Could use a skill if you want to there, but I personally won't. Then the same with Queen, you could also block here as well, but I do know that with my build and with the rotation that I'm going with, hitting either skill 1 or skill 3, I'm going to go with skill 3 here. This help me get with the extra damage that I will need to get the boss into its weakened state when I want to on the specific rotation turn. Everything looking good there. And as you can see, I didn't use my highlight. We're going to be saving that for the next round after this one. Navi's up. We're going to go ahead and pop that. Hit skill 1 on Okeon. Hit it on Queen. Basically anyone, but usually put it on your DPS. We get the double. No, we can't. All good. And like I said here, this is going to be the biggest part of this rotation, making sure that Vino's skill 2 can hit all of the mobs with elemental debuff, so we can get the technical on all of them with Queen's skill 1. If not, like I said, I just have to cut, and I didn't get it, so I'll be right back to when I can get that on him. Alright, didn't take too long at all, just took the first reset to get it all on them, so that's fantastic. Definitely love to see that. Now with Wonder, second turn, we're going to go ahead and go to Bishop Mountain, the Sukukaja onto Vino. Give her some extra element juice. Cord, we're going to hit skill 2 on Queen. Some buffs going. And then now that we have the Crash Out activated, we're going to go ahead and use it here. If you had A1 or above, mine is A0. Instead of using Crash Out on the first turn, you would just wait until this second turn to use it. Now that we have it used, you're going to use skill 1 on all of them to wipe them out like that. Now, depending on your account, your units, builds, and all that good stuff, if you're not able to fully wipe out all of the mobs like I just did on the hardest difficulty, just means you'll have to go down either one or a couple of difficulties until you can do it, so you can follow the rotation completely. It's no worries at the end of the day. It happens. So now on this turn, Okeon's back, so we're going to go ahead and get skill 3. Pop that on Queen. Double this time? Oh man, what? Is my A6 working? And now we're gonna go ahead and do Vino's highlight onto the boss. It's even more debuff going. Hit the skill 3 with Vino onto the boss. We're gonna switch to Norn for Rakunda onto the boss. Get that defense down. Forward, we can go ahead and do skill 1 onto the boss. And now this is another point to be wary of, because if you know you have enough damage to kill the boss this turn, you definitely don't want to do that, so you can actually get more damage by stalling a little bit. So what I'm going to do is just go with skill 2 on Queen, heal the lowest, so we don't get hurt by this next AoE attack. And then we'll definitely go ahead and kill the boss this next turn. As you can see, it took a bit amount of damage there, so yeah, I knew it would have died that turn if I did attack it. Skill 1 with Vino. Wonder, we're going to go ahead and do a couple of things here, either Tarukaja, either with Bishop Mountain, or any other unit that has it. I'm going to go ahead and probably do it on Dionysus instead to get his buffs, or actually we could also go for the single target win skill here. You could also do it in the weakened state if you wanted to, but I think doing it here would just be better to get it done and out of the way so we can get the buffs going in the weakened state instead. But you want to make sure that you hit the windswept here just like that. If you don't, basically you want to restart so you can get the windswept to get the extra defense down. Now do skill 2 with Cord onto Queen. Using Queen skill 3, we'll go ahead and finish off the boss. Put him into the weakened state. Looking good. So we have our Navi back up. Go ahead and do skill 1 again. Still have our highlight, but we're still not using it yet. We're going to wait to the final weakened turn, so the next rotation turn, to get a double highlight going with her. Skill 3 on Vino. With Wonder. Like I said, if last turn you can either do the wind skill or you could do it this turn, whichever one you want to do. Since we did it last turn, we're going to do a buff this turn. Tarakaja with Dionysus or Rebellion. Actually. Yeah, we'll go with Tarakaja. We'll get the critical up there anyway. Then we're going to go ahead and do skill 1 with Gord. Now we're going to go ahead and do highlight, Gord's highlight. Get that extra buff. Nice. Now we can go into Crash Out and hit skill 3. Nice. Finally, for the last Navi turn, back to skill 3 onto Queen. Skill 1 with Vino. This turn, it's always crazy when you have so many buffs you can use and stuff, but we probably would realistically want to just do Imperial, so skill 1 with Bishop Mountain, so we can get the extra nuke damage buff with that. And now for the big damage round, we're going to have to do skill 3 with Cord onto Queen, so we can get a double Queen highlight going. Oh yeah, 300k, you'd love to see that. And of course, since it is with Catchy Hug, it will be enhanced, doing more damage than just this one. But doing another Queen highlight, still some good damage. Into Queen skill 3, and that's it. See if I get a higher score than my last trial run. Oh yeah, we did. Good 28, almost 29 mil, so not bad at all. Obviously, I'm not in like a big competitive union or anything like that, or guild, I should say. Damn, I'm thinking of Nigga. And then also, of course, like I said, my account's not crazy built or anything like that. I'm not a top 1% player or nothing, so don't expect crazy super numbers, but definitely not bad. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video on the Queen Guild boss for the second half this week. Yeah, catch you guys next time. Peace.